The absolute worst thing about being bipolar for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, is that bipolar individuals feel much more deeply than the average person. You know, those people that they get kind of buzzed and happy and they're like, I love you, man, and oh, you mean so much to me, you're the best person, and they genuinely feel that way. They're just, their emotions are heightened because they're drinking. For someone like myself, I'm like that all the time. Why am I on my vlog crying when I've been MIA for months? Here's what happened. I've had a strained relationship with my parents ever since I was run over by the car in my last manic episode, and they chose not to be there for me. I was in ICU for 4 days. I was in the hospital for 9 days. It's possible that if they had came to see me, not likely, but it is highly possible that if they, since I was in a controlled environment in a hospital, I wasn't out on the street, I was on medication, I was sleeping, it was possible that I would come back from that episode had I had any love and support. Instead, I spoke with my stepmom on the phone, and she said that they weren't going to come to San Diego to see me in the hospital because she didn't like traffic. I forgave them for that. In 2019, I went over to see them in where they live. My husband and I went at Thanksgiving to go see them and spend. We did whatever they wanted. We stayed at their house. Since I left home, I've been coming home every Christmas to see my parents. And I used to have friends in my hometown, but all I wanted to do was spend time with them. So because that was the only time I ever got to see them. But I wouldn't reach out to my friends. I'd just do whatever my parents wanted, hang out at their house. And, I would get really upset because my dad, whenever I would come to town to visit, he would always invite his friend over, Jim, to watch a game with him or whatever. And it's like, look, Dad, I'm here once a year and you got your friend over here and you're hanging out watching a game. What's up with that? And then he gets angry at me. After 2019, 2020 came along. I begged them to come to visit me. They forgot my birthday. I didn't see them at all. So I decided to plan a trip in 2021. Said, we'll go. They love camping. They have a camper. They go camping all the time. They love it. There's a campground at Lake Kachuma. Let's rent a cabin, hang out, spend time together, get to know each other, play games, do the family camping thing. And we talk about what we're going to do beforehand a few times. And I keep telling my dad repeatedly, listen, I really want to spend time with you guys, but I don't want to go to a winery. My husband and I don't drink, and we don't gamble either. So, and we also have Sebastian. So, and then I get, oh, will you watch our dog for us while we're at the casino? Why don't you just go your way and we'll go ours? And I had made other suggestions. My dad loves hiking. He goes hiking with his friends. Every year he plans hiking trips. He's fully aware that I'm a good hiker. I don't know why we've never gone on any hiking trips together other than when he took me with his friends to the Grand Canyon. I asked him about hiking. I sent him a link to all the hike trails they had there. He said he was only good for about 4 miles. I said, that's fine. They have tons of hikes. Here they all are. He blew me off. They're going to be in a little bit late the first day because there's a dog show that they want to go see beforehand. So I'm like, okay, whatever, get here, no big deal. We have all weekend. They really like to gamble and they really like to drink. The reason my dad wanted to go to the winery is because he now works at a winery and he's all about wine and he loves it and he wanted to go share his knowledge. Great, I get it. I wasn't aware that he had gone full-blown alcoholic. My stepmom, pretty sure she's always been an alcoholic. Pretty sure she's hiding wine bottles in her trunk and that's why she's staying up till 4 a.m. every night is because she's drinking. And I don't give a shit. The only thing that I cared about was that she loved me, and it was a totally fake, bogus relationship. And my dad, I love my dad, but my dad does whatever his wife says. And I finally realized that the only reason why she's been kind to me all these years is because she wants to control the relationship I have with my father. So Sunday night, we're going camping Sunday through Thursday. Sunday night, they finally show up. They're, I told my dad I didn't want to go winery. I didn't want to go to casino. Told my brother about this shit that was going on, how I kept trying to tell my dad, what about this? What about this? And he was shooting me down. So my brother says, maybe just go to a winery with him. So I said, cool, he's right. I'll just go to a winery with him. So go to a winery with him on Monday. We go to the winery, but first my dad had there was another campground that he had to scope out. That was really important to him. So we go to the winery with them. We bring our lunch. The winery doesn't have anything to drink other than wine, of course, but that's fine. We enjoy our food, drink our water, hang out while they do their tasting. And as we're leaving, my dad asked the lady at the door, hey, do you know of any other good wineries around here? And I was like, is he kidding? Do they want us to just drive them around to wineries all day? Like, what the hell's going on? He didn't talk to me at all. My dad didn't talk to me at all. Neither did my mom, actually. They were both just, I was like, whatever, they are who they are. It's cool. We're at the winery with them. This place isn't that bad. We walked around the pond, took some pictures. It was great. And then on the way back, they start making jokes. Oh, just drop Joyce off at the casino. And we're like, okay, whatever. We were like, it was a joke, right? So then we get back and they're like, oh, just take us over to our campsite. We thought they were going to come back over and visit with us. And they said, oh no, take us back to our campsite. We're going to go to the casino. Even though they had an appointment to go to the casino the following day. And so, of course, I asked my husband, I said, hey, listen, I said, they want you to go to the casino with, my dad doesn't want Joyce to have to go to the casino by herself. They're going to the casino tomorrow. And, I really don't want to be stuck here at the campground by myself. Would you mind canceling your appointment? And maybe we'll go to Santa Barbara to go shopping or do something. And, I also thought maybe I could persuade my mom to not want to leave and go straight back to gambling before and after, because her spa appointment, she had scheduled a facial at the casino at 3:00, but she had to leave at 1, and they weren't able to reach us again until dinner at 6:15. And then after dinner, it was so late that we hung out at the campfire for about an hour, and they got super pissed off at us because my parents don't like talking to my husband. Every time he tries to talk to them, they get pissed off. And it's like, we're just trying to have a conversation with you. We're not judging you. This is just a conversation. Why are you getting angry? Why can't we talk? Why don't you want to hang out with us? Why do you hate us so much? What did I do to you? Like, it's just so fucking confusing. Like, I was so upset on Tuesday that I scheduled an appointment with my counselor and was like, hey, I really need to make an appointment. This is what's going on. So on Wednesday, I had an appointment with her at 11 o'clock. And that was the day we were supposed to go to the beach with my dad. And I was telling her everything that was happening. I said, look, we've spent a few hours with them a couple nights in a row at the campfire in the evening. And then I got to see my dad for about an hour this morning. We did go to the winery with them, but then they ditched us afterwards. And then they were gone all day until dinner Tuesday. I talked to my counselor on Wednesday, and she says, you know what? You guys just had totally different goals for this trip. Your parents are selfish. You wanted to get together and you want to have this deep, meaningful relationship, which she always tells me, because I feel more, because I'm bipolar. I want to have meaningful relationship with people because I love them. I love you so much. I want to know about you. I want to be with you. And I guess that's not normal for most people. So when I spoke to my counselor, she said that they're just going to keep disappointing you. They can only give you a superficial relationship. They want you guys see each other a few times a year, and you talk about, it's very surface level. That's what they want. That's what they can give you. They don't want anything more than that. They can't give you anything more than that. They're not equipped. So you can't keep letting yourself get upset like this. So you need to detach. This is what she keeps telling me. And I'm like, I trust me, I'm detached now. After what they did to me, I'm detached. And then, so she says, you know what, you don't have to cater to their need. She said, you rented a cabin, you paid for it, you wanted to be at the campground, you wanted to do this, you told them how you felt, and they decided they wanted to do their thing. If you don't feel like going to the beach, don't force yourself to go to the beach. And you know what, I did not feel like going to the beach. I felt like walking down the short walk down to the shore and sitting on the grass. And so that's what I said I was going to do. My dad got pissed, and so they went to the beach. And then my stepmom calls me around 5:30, says, "Hey, you know, we're on our way back. We're just gonna pick something up to eat." I'm thinking, oh, cool. They're gonna run through a drive-through somewhere, and they'll be right over, and we'll hang out. We'll spend the rest of the time together. We're leaving tomorrow. We'll get to, at least we'll have a few hours tonight. Hour and 10 minutes go by. I texted him, "Hey, are you guys close?" My dad says, "Oh, we're at this restaurant and we just had a lovely appetizer." And they're in a restaurant a half an hour away, a steakhouse. So they won't be back until 8:30. And my husband goes to bed at 10. We got up at 6 a.m. to go for a hike. My dad didn't want to go for a hike with me. He trekked me and my husband and his wife through a bunch of bushes down to the shoreline when there was a road that went straight there. You just walk straight down there, but he wanted to drag us through. It was like he was checking things off on a list, like, oh, let's jam through this. Let's walk down to the lake real quick so I can say I went for a hike with my daughter. I told my dad I'd never felt so insignificant and unimportant in his life, and my husband and I. My husband says, "Look, it's only 2 hours with no traffic. Let's just, if you want, we could just pack up and go now." And I said, "Let's do it." And then they showed up as we were leaving, and I'd had it. I'm like, "Oh, the car's packed up. We're about to go." I gave my dad a hug. I said, "I love you, Dad." And my stepmom starts laughing, and she says, I told you, I knew it. I knew they would be leaving." And so she obviously knew I was upset. So yeah, I basically I'm done with my stepmom forever. Forever. I have no feelings for her whatsoever anymore. And as far as my dad goes, I don't see how I can have a relationship with my dad when he's married to someone who has not only turned him into an alcoholic, but is a liar and a phony.